Hi, can you see me? Hear me? Hi, everyone. Welcome. Who's here? Lisa. Oh, cool. Oh, cold. It's windy here. Lisa, who we got? Sharon, I saw your comment. You don't know who Daniel is? You need to find out who Daniel is. He's awesome. Welcome. We're going to do storybook colouring today. And this is inspired by Daniel West, who has an amazing blog. It's called Del and Artie, and he does a lot of live videos as well, and also does a lot of Copic colouring, but he works, he's on the design team for the Colorado Craft Company, which is, I think, where the inspiration for storybook colouring comes from. Hi everyone, welcome. Oh, Great Britain. Oh, hi Louise. It must be late, late at night for you. Welcome. Oh, it's hard to believe, isn't it? It's summer in one place and winter in another. It's a weird old place, this world. Hi, Carol. Oh, so sad to hear about your mum. But it's nice to have you here. All right, so I thought we'd try and make 3 cards today. So that could be pushing it just a little bit, but we'll give it a try. And I better get started because it is going to be a little bit of work. Oh, when I say work, I mean like creative work. It's not real work, is it? Someone should have turned the screen on. Oh, is that not going to work? I'm going to have to just find that. Sorry, guys. I'll be back shortly. File. Video capture. Handycam. Delete. Yes. Handycam. Delete. Yes. Oh, that's been pulled out. I did that. My bad. Okay, video. Yay. Oh, isn't this fun? Hi. Oh, the connection came apart. I thought it was the actual connection in the program, but because I've had to adjust a few things last week, and it had actually just literally fallen out of the computer. So I'm sorry about that. Now we can see. There's no point creating if we can't see what we're doing. All right, let's focus now. I will. Thank you, Liz. I did do it. I'm not very computer savvy, so you will have to forgive me. I learn things as I go, and once I can work a program, I'm not too bad, but getting there is not easy sometimes. All right, so basically, I don't know, you probably have already seen Anita Jerem's pictures or stamps before that have been released by the Colorado Craft Company, and these are perfect for storybook style colouring, and I think this is where Daniel was inspired. So I have put Daniel's blog linked below in the description of the video, so if you don't know him, like Sharon, you need to go and have a look and see what he does. He's awesome. But you can see like that storybook style of colouring with this kind of image, because Anita Jerem is actually a storybook, like a children's storybook illustrator. So that's who Colorado Craft Company joined with. But I thought I'd have a look through my stash and see what else would possibly work with this style of colouring, because you don't have to, if you didn't have any of these stamps, you could certainly use something that you already have. And that's where I was thinking these penny black stamps would be perfect to have a go and see how I can get that looking a bit more storybook. This is Snowfield Friends, and this is going to be like a Christmas holiday themed stamps, because that's what the summit was about, but you could certainly change it up and make them birthday cards, anything like that. And I thought this cozy winter, I thought this little snowman here would be fun to do. You could also create a scene, I thought, like with this cottage, and colour it with Copics. And I'm going to use some sentiments here from Alan Hudson. I've got all the links to these at Alan's shop too in the description if you wanted to have a look and get some inspiration. But I thought I'd use sentiments, but you could certainly, you know, use images like this to do the storybook colouring style as well. But I can only do 3. Well, hopefully I'll get 3 done. I wasted the first 10 minutes, so I will put chapters in this video. So what that means is you'll be able to hover the mouse along the bottom of the video itself and go to the section of the video that suits you, or the bit that you want to watch if you ever want to relive any of this. Okay, so we're going to start by stamping out our images, and I'm going to be doing the I'll do the typical, like the more storybook style one first. So this is the Anita Jerem, and because I'm going to be using Copics, I will just, let me straighten that up. I'm going to do it in my Misty, because I can restamp it with pigment ink after if I want. But I'll start with the Memento. This stamp's a little bit loved. I've got cords going everywhere now, but I'm here. So when Daniel was creating his backgrounds, what he did was stamp out the images first, focus them all at the base of the card, and he made 1 layer cards. I tend not to work on the card front itself because I don't like seeing the markers coming through the other side, but if that doesn't bother you, just, yeah, that's a really simple way of doing it. So once I have my image stamped, then what I'm going to do is, got some stamp masking paper. So this is the one from Gina K Designs. It's the Masking Magic. So I'm going to miss your questions here today, so I'll try and look up and read them as I go, or if someone knows the answer, can they reply for me? Otherwise, put it in the comments below and I will answer it afterwards. Yeah, it's my cat, but my cat is molting and she's sitting right up here watching me and you. So what he did then was mask off a section that's going to look like it's like a rectangle behind your image. So I'm doing it by die cutting the rectangle. But he actually used masking, no, it wasn't masking, it was washi tape. So that works well. You can use washi tape to mask, you can use low-tack tape, you can use copy paper if you don't have anything else. And this is where it's going to get a bit difficult because I'm not going to know exactly where my centre is, and that's going to bother me after if I haven't centred it right. But that's where I cut the panel down and put it up on the front of the card. So one thing I like about this, you might notice, it's easy to get the tape off because it's separated on the back. And I like this masking paper. Cat fur. Not quite straight. Excuse my head. Yeah, still not straight. This could be like half the video here. That's where the masking or the washi tape would probably be easier in some ways. Has everyone been good? Oh, someone lost me. Yeah. Oh, maybe Cheryl's at the beginning of the video, Janelle. You can start watching the video at any point. Does that make sense? So she might be at the beginning where I made my little boo-boo, hopefully. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. I've got one of these mini make art stations, and this is really good for blending on, although I've got the cardstock there. And then what Daniel did was just to create a really quick, simple blended background. So I've got some, this is the Skylight ink from Catherine Pooler, which blends really nice. Oh, I did create my masks in advance. There you go. I was sort of semi-organised until it all fell apart. So, hey, the wind just stopped. It's been blowing a gale outside here. And there's lots of different things you could do for these backgrounds. You can actually, with this ink, it looks really nice if you splatter it with a bit of water, depending on what kind of look you want to go for. And have it as dark or as light as you want. If you are wanting to splatter it with water, so I'm kind of making the top a little bit darker than lower down. If you are going to splatter it with water, I would recommend putting just a little bit of extra ink on there, and that will give you a more dramatic effect. Or you could, the other thing I was thinking would look really nice would be to, you know, like Sandy Allnock does, she does like a million snow, it looks like snow. She just gets like a uniball white pen, white gel pen, and draws snow all over it and all over the animals and everything as well. She's amazing. I don't think I've got the wrist strength for that. And I can keep that mask and use it on another project too. So, and that just creates like a border background. How fun's that? All right, I thought I'd do another rectangle one because that's what he did, rectangles. I'm not sure where to put that. But I'd already, this one I want to do with the fox. So I'll get another misty out. And what I thought I'd do this time was a smaller rectangle, because that'd be kind of fun. And when you're layer stamping, so the thing that you want at the front needs to be stamped first and then masked. So I'm going to stamp my little fox at the front, and I'll use Memento again because this is going to be, oh, hi Deb, welcome. Sitting in front of the parcel, I thought those two images would look really good together. So I'm using the Memento again. And just in case I want to come back and a double stamp, what I'll do here is mask my image. I do like this masking paper. The other one that I really like is the Inkadinkadoo masking paper. But to be honest, this is a funny texture and it's a little bit shiny. And I was a bit worried that the ink would smudge because of that. But it doesn't tend to. It's pretty, works really well. Don't mind me here, just in case. It's not going to be anywhere near it, is it? Overkill. Hi Louisa, welcome. Maxine's here too. Oh, is it? Yes. Sorry about that. Is that better now, Debbie? It's my camera is really old and I have ordered another camera, but because of the lockdowns in Sydney at the moment, it hasn't arrived. So I apologize. I think it's just the fact that my camera's old and it doesn't focus so well all the time. I noticed it about a month ago. So I do apologize. Sometimes it can be fuzzy if the internet connection that you're on slows down for whatever reason. Okay, so that's going to be the image that's at the back, the parcel. And I will have to mask that one as well. I've got misties everywhere. Oh, Helen, 11 p.m, that's way, way later than my bedtime. But welcome, I'm so glad you're here. All right, here we go again. Let me see how I go with this one. I'll have to get some more of this masking magic. So these, I actually just use the, I'll just move this down here so I can see a bit better. I use, to cut my rectangles, I use the Allen Hudson Essential rectangles. And now I'll just, I wasn't really sure. I grabbed a couple of other colours. They're fairly similar. I'll make this one blue. It's probably going to have a bit of the skylight in it as well, which won't hurt. Yeah, so if it's going too blurry, you can choose, yeah, that's right. You can go down to the bottom right corner of the screen and choose what resolution it is that you want to see. And if you lower it, usually you might find it was just the internet connection was dropping off for whatever reason. It's just, but I think it looks all good from this side. I don't know if anyone else is having the same problem. I'm not going to go, I'm thinking about not going right down to the bottom there. So this colour is It's a Boy. It's a really pretty blue. like a baby blue. And I think it's because it's streaming, it gets a little bit needy, the internet. But if you're watching the replay, hopefully if there's something you really want to re-see, you should be able to see it clearer on the replay. All right. I really do like how he did this, you know, just having that simple card with an image and then creating like a background. And so you haven't got too many layers, which is really good for a Christmas card design. And postage. This postage is expensive. Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble up here at the moment, Lisa, with the border and people getting through to work. At the moment, I'm getting through, but it's only just, I have to have about 6 pieces of paper with me to get through the border to go to work. And there's, they've cut so many people. Like, can you believe it? Teachers aren't essential. Ridiculous. Anyway. Stop the teachers going to work across the border. Yeah, Diane. Diane, I agree. Painter's tape's great, and it's so affordable. You can do so much with it. I use the 3M. It's like the now don't judge me, but this is my third Misty. It's my original. Look how pale it is compared to the other ones. Well used. Okay. So now to work out where I want to put this, I'll just grab the center. Now that's just an Essentials die from Alan Hudson as well. These are the ones that give you that little border, so I use them all the time. They say essential, and they really are. I use them all the time. To me, they are. I thought this little snowman would look good, kind of over. And what I'm doing when I'm actually colouring the image is putting it outside the blended area as well, so that it becomes part of the rest of the card. Yeah, I'm meant to be going away for my sister-in-law's 50th birthday next weekend. It isn't going to happen. I think I'm going to end up spending my holiday within 5 kilometres of home. Oh, Christine, welcome. You're not late. I slowed us all down with a little internet mishap. And people stayed, which I really appreciate, because I can understand how frustrating it can be watching someone trying to fix something. So this is where I'm changing up Daniel's idea. I decided to give it a try. That is nowhere near the centre. You know what I've done? I've stamped him too far over, and his hand's going to be out. Not to worry. All right. This one's going to be meant to be. Where's my thingy? Hit to the ball. I couldn't ink blend until I got these. I mean, couldn't. I could, it just wasn't neat. These are my favourite. These Ultra New ones. The big ones. They work the best. Okay, this is pretty cut. Whoops, here we go again. Ask it. I'm just really glad I got it fixed. Having a moment there where I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it up and running. This time I did, I'm not sure if you can see it, I just cut a little bit of a snowbank here. So you don't have to use Copic markers for this technique. Actually, I was asked by someone to try it with pencils, and I don't know if I'll have time to do that today, because Copics are definitely a lot quicker than pencils, but I really think you can achieve that storybook look with pencils as well. It will just take longer. And that obviously, you know, any alcohol marker that you have will work. You've got the Ultra New ones, or oh, there's so many brands. The only two that I have are the Ultra New and the COPICS. I like both. Both of those are awesome. You can get refills for them, which I like, and new tips and things like that. So even though they do cost a bit, you can keep them forever, basically. Didn't mask that very well. It's okay though. Keep that for later. Does look good with the circle. I like it. So basically any die that you have or washi tape can help you create backgrounds. So we'll do some colouring. I'll start with the biggest image first, because if it doesn't, we run out of time, at least you'll get to see one finished off. Oh, Sharon, you're going to love them. They're great. I've got, I think it's 4, like a yellow, a pink, a blue and a green. Like I keep 4 colours, but you can certainly get away with less because they clean so easily just on the paper towel. All right, what colours have I got? And it doesn't really matter what colours you grab, because I might zoom in a little bit. Oh, you're not very straight, am I? So I'm looking forward to getting this new camera, so let me know. Hopefully that'll stay in focus. I find if I zoom in, that's when it really struggles to focus the most. I will put the caps off to the side, but you can use any colour that you want. So this little kitty here is going to be spotted. So basically what Daniel did was just lay down splotches of colour, he calls it, and didn't think too much about it. And I think that's where we all struggle sometimes. We think too much about everything we do, lots of blending. So there's not going to be really any blending here. It's going to be a bit of shading as opposed to blending. But this kitty here is pretty cool. And he actually added a bit more background. I'm not sure how much background I'll add yet. Depends on how much time I've got here. But here's the hard part. Stop. Can't help myself. All right, and then I'm going to add some shading. So I like the warm greys for the shading. So the W's I typically go for. But just use whatever you have. And don't think about it too much. And leave those sharp edges. And I'm adding it where the shading would actually be on this cat. I like the way these cats are all wearing boots. You could also do this with watercolours, if that's what you've got. They would work perfectly because it's like a watercolour image. The other thing you can do is, if I can find it under my mess here, look at the packaging. Not that this particular one isn't the best example because there's only 2 of the cats, but you can look at the packaging and see how they were coloured by the artist, and or have, see here, look, I can't help myself, and or have a look at the internet and get inspiration there. But try not to overthink it. Okay, so I'll go a slightly different browns. I was going to use I'm going fairly pale colours here. So E40 range. Now I'm going to colour this cat, I call him Yoda. It kind of looks like Yoda to me. Oh, good, Christine. I'm glad the focus is okay. I really hope. Seriously, I ordered the camera. It just feels like it's a bit wet. I don't know if you know that. If you overfill your marker and you start to, you know how it splotches out the end? To get rid of that sort of air bubble, just take the other end off your marker and it just stops it coming out in that puddle. And I don't buy many new markers anymore. What I buy are the refills instead. So I'm going to colour this one a little bit more. And the second colour I'll use is the E43. Because pretty much I can do, and if I am going to buy any new colours for my markers, you know, in my Copic range, then I really think about it first, because I can pretty much use the colours that I've got, everything that I need. I was asked to do a Copic, like you know how I've got a favourites, you know, you can go to my blog if you subscribe through the sidebar of my blog. You'll see, oh, there's the other arm. I knew there was another arm somewhere. You'll see I've got links to my favourite floral colour combos with Altenew flowers. Just needs a bit more colour, I think. Okay, splotch, Therese. I was asked to do one for my Copics, so I think that's a really good idea. If anyone wants to see like my favourite Copics, I don't know. I think they want my Copic combos, so maybe I'll have to do my go-to favourite Copics or Copic combos. If anyone's interested in that, type in yes Copics or write it in the comments below the video itself. I thought I'd do more of a grey cat on the end. This one's my favourite, and actually if you look at the set, this cat has a single version of it in the stamp set, so you could, and I think I've used him just on his own before. I'm trying not to overthink it. Daniel's got the most amazing voice. You'll love his videos if you haven't met him before. Splotching, I think I need more grey, make him darker. Oh, forgot his arms. Where is that W2? Yes, Copics. Cool. I have been asked to also do, so that could be a lot of fun. I think I might have to do that. If people are interested, happy to do it. Sometimes I think I don't really know what to create for people. If you give me ideas and inspiration, that really helps, and then I know I'm doing what you want to see, because I'm happy to give anything a try. If you've been here before, you know, I like to do so many different, no, that's probably a problem in some ways. I like to try everything. How cool are they? Alrighty. This would have to probably be one of my favourite Copic colours. BG11. And it doesn't matter if you leave a bit of white space here as well. It just adds to that storybook kind of look. BG11, I don't like I bought the BG13 and the 15, and I find them just too bright typically, so I like to use the 72 as my shading color for the BG11. I think it works beautifully. I'm just using a very limited color palette here. That's something else that Daniel did. So don't oops, I'll probably make this hat the darker. So try not to overthink the colors, just grab a few out that you think are going to coordinate with what you're wanting to make. And where else? I'll probably need another dark one, don't I? Make his scarf dark. Oops, outside the line a little bit. Don't tell anyone. And maybe I'll make his gloves dark too. What have I got? Now I thought I'd go for the red. Frosty's hat stamp. I don't think I've got that one. I'll have to look into that. That's my dark colour. I grabbed the wrong one. R14, yeah, I'm sure that's the lighter red. Not much different, is it? Might need to grab a darker one. This would be nice to have a pop of bright red in here. The bottom of the shoe. Might be too much. Go for it, shall we? What could possibly go wrong? That was too much. Just lighten it up by colouring over it again. Right. Have I done everything? No, I missed shoes, haven't I? Did you tell me? You probably told me. Yeah, Lisa, the Altenew artist markers, I like colouring with them just as much as I like the COPICS. All right, how's that? No, Lydia, I'll have to have a look at Lydia's video. She's awesome. Now, cross my fingers I don't move my cardstock, hey? You could batch this out. Sit in front of the TV Do some non-concentrating colouring. Oh, I'll leave that in there. Clean it after. Now, I should show you my mess. My mess on my desk. There is another set of stamps here with a sentiment that I wanted. These sets that I'm pretty sure, yeah, Julie Ebersole created these. Love them. Her stamp sets just are so, I don't know, it's a bad word to use, but practical. I just look at them and I know what I want to make as soon as I see them. It's just a bit hard for us. Excuse the top of my head. In Australia, it's there's no one that they don't sell internationally, but sorry, that's not what I should say. They do sell internationally, just a little bit more for postage. I just make a list, a shopping list, and just buy it all at once. It's a nice sentiment. Look at that. This takes a little bit longer to get to us, although the amount of time it's taken my camera to get here probably would have been quicker had I bought it from America. All right. Yeah, I think the B3s would probably work with the Copic colours. So how cool is that? I'll just have to attach that to the front of a card. Actually, that's what one of the creators did in the summit. Made all the card fronts, but didn't actually attach them to the card, just had them all ready to go. So that's one. Where are we at? Oh, better get a scoot along. Righto. Try Fox. That scrap ripped bit of paper bothering you? Now I'm not getting other colours out, so keeping with that same sort of splotchy kind of colouring. I'm not blending, sort of almost making it look like it's watercolour, isn't it? You know what I didn't do? I didn't do any background. Does that make sense? I didn't create a background for those cats. Should have done that. Still can. It's not finished till I say it's finished. We'll get like a shadowy one here and add some interesting how that looks different when you don't blend them out. Try not to. Oh, forgot to do the eyes. Stop it. Are you telling me to stop? You need to, because I'm going to keep going, aren't I? Okay. I think we need to do a different red. You might notice I'm not colouring, he wasn't colouring the whole thing in, just it's a bit more of a what's that colour red called? Peachy? I don't know if you can hear that wind outside. It's massive though. And then I've got any shading colours. What have I got there? The presents are going to have to be blue, aren't they? The rest of the scarf in the middle cat. Oh, you're probably right, did I? Was that before? That's the thing with these. If someone joins the video, the live stream, you can start watching it at any time. Does that make sense? So someone might be watching it at the current time, but if someone picked it up a bit later on, it's going to be potentially you're watching a different point of the video to everybody else. Okay. I think we need to bring the blue in because this has got the blue. I just didn't think that, not really liking how that bit's looking. So I'm making have a darker head. But I'll stop playing with it. No, I'm not. It almost gives like a watercolor look in the tag. Blue. I'm going to stop. Okay, so let's do the last one. Oh, I haven't done the sentiment. Let me find a sentiment for this one. This will be fun. And he just did simple sentiments too in black ink, but you could, I thought it'd look really nice if they were heat embossed in white. That's straight. If it's not straight, you know how to fix that. Where is my, I don't know where I put my mask to restamp. Oh, Jenny, I kind of think if I do get into lockdown, that would be amazing if I could just stamp and colour all day long. But so far, I'm still working full time. I've never actually had to. Now, did someone see where I put my fox? He's hiding with all my other pieces. Right, focus. Because you know I'm going to get this wrong. Yeah, I'm hoping to get my Christmas series started soon. And has anyone joined me for that before? I just love doing it. I do 6 cards at a time, typically. And hurricane. Oh, who's got the hurricane? No, is that in California? Is that what you're saying? How am I living under a rock? Oh, look at me go. I'm not even on the screen, guys. I was too busy reading your comments. Yes, they're one of my favourite things for Christmas is the poinsettias. In fact, that's what I used. That looks better with the black outline. It makes me happier. That's the Altenew die cut poinsettia is the one that I used for the Card Maker Summit. If anyone made it to that. Okay. Next. What have we got? 1 to go. We might even get this done. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I've started thinking about what I want to do, Sharon, for the Christmas ones, but I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to use some of these colours that I've got out. I'm thinking T2. I like the toner greys. They were the first greys, other than the C's that I bought. I bought the C. I actually use them less. I'll probably divulge that when I do my COPICS series, eh? So I'm literally just making this up as I'm going along. I've never coloured these before. Oh, in this style, I should say. Putting less of the dark. That's the T2. Then I might go for a C, like a cool grey. Why not? Let's mix it up. I like mixing I don't think you're meant to. But I always do it with my pencils, mix the cool and the warm greys. I don't have an orange out, but I can just use that just for a bit of colour. And I think this one will have to be a Santa hat. I'll have to. That's too much grey, isn't it? Let's make it a blue. Look at a red. Thinking. Can you tell I'm concentrating? I'm not talking. Where'd my blue go? No, I wouldn't use VersaFine Clear for... That's why I'm actually coming in and restamping my images. That's going to look better, isn't it? Because it's a pigment ink, so it will react. I think I just would be using one of the other ones, like there are some inks that you can use for all occasions, but I still keep going back to the Memento because it dries nice and quickly. I don't have to wait for it to dry before I start colouring because I'm impatient. I think I'll just do a dark hat here. Still not happy with his Santa's hat. It's not my favourite. I love these snowmen though. These Penny Black do the cutest little critters and images. I need that middle colour now. I need my T2. I don't know whether to do more about that hat or not. I can just make it nearly all. That's going to make it weird, is it? If I do like a grey. Or add more. I think that's better. I'm going to leave it. How much time we got? A couple more minutes? Because the other thing that Daniel did was carried out the image over the edge of his, and I haven't done that so much, but you can go as, depends how confident you are, I think, in, and you might see when I take the photos later, I might have done that exactly, but at freestyle drawing, or if you're not confident, then you know, maybe perhaps just easier to stick to colouring the bits that are colourable. All right, last sentiment. I think this one will be good. This has been really good for me. Thanks. I'm glad you guys wanted to see these because it means I'm getting more cards ready for my stash for Christmas. How long does it take to line up a sentiment? And you know you can fast forward there. I should have said that at the beginning. If you don't want to hear the talk and stuff, you can actually fast forward videos or slow them down at YouTube. I would recommend turning off the sounds though. If you do that. So wouldn't that look fun with, I might even do it to one of them. I get the quickie glue pen and then some really fine Prisma glitter. And that, and make it look like, put more glitter at the top and less as it's coming down, and do it over the image. And that would look good on these cards too. If you're a glittery person, if you don't mind having a bit of glitter around. That's where you hold your breath, isn't it? Just adding that extra stamping over the top really does make a difference to these images. Let's have a look at what we've done today. So there are 3 card fronts, and that's in 1 hour. I'd like you to tell me which one's your favourite. Might do that in the comments below. I probably haven't got... Yeah, snow globe. Perfect. And you could actually put a panel over front, pop it up and make it a shaker. Oh, Zomar, are you here? Awesome. Oh, it's awful that I can't read the comments and play. I do go back and read all the comments after though, I promise. And if you have any questions and I've missed them, I apologise in advance, but do put them in the comment for the video section and I will answer them there. Or you can email me at my blog and I'll start working on doing maybe some Copic videos or Copic colour combinations. And if you're only going to buy a few, which ones to get? I've been asked that one a few times. I'm so glad you like the cards. I want to thank Daniel for his inspiration, and I do recommend visiting his blog if you haven't already. He's such a lovely guy and he's got the nicest voice. It's real baritone. Alrighty, thanks everyone. I'll better head off now to go and get ready for work. Take some photos of these so I can share it at my blog. And I want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate you spending some time with me here today. And I'll be back again real soon. I haven't organised a date for the next live, but cross fingers it'll be in 2 weeks' time. And if you can't make it, there's always the replay. I will have to leave the boo-boos in, because if I change the length of the video at all, you can't see the comments anymore. So I think I like to see the comments on people's videos, so I'll just put timestamps in at the bottom so you can head past the blank bits. So thanks so much everybody, and have the most wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. I'll see you soon. Happy paper crafting. Bye.